We are live. Yes. This is our weekly Give Voice to Your Vision. And I want to know if you struggle or delay or resist getting visible, sharing your message, making an impact because you don't know what to say. I talked to thousands of people over the years to find out what stops us from giving voice to our vision. So we would need to stop the spinning wheel, get real, so it is clarity we feel. That's why we do these visibility breakthroughs. And what they say again and again, so many people tell me, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to make a video about. I don't know what to say to post on social media. And so in this training, we're going to talk about 3 really easy to make messaging mistakes that many people do encounter along the way and what you can do instead. We're going to talk about 3 steps to transform your confidence. Really, there are 3 steps to transform anything that you want in your world, in your business, in your clients, in your messaging. And how do we stay in action and take action and be proactive about those things, getting visible, being there. And I have a special invitation for those of you who are inside my Power Up Your Presence group. So the top 3 easy to make messaging mistakes is what we're talking about today. If you're here, let me know, say hello, type your name in the comments on whichever platform you're viewing us. If you are already a member of the Power Up Your Presence group on Facebook, stay tuned, tune in. I'm going to give you an opportunity to join us for our 3-day transformational messaging immersion that's coming up at the end of the month with a special extended savings opportunity. If you're not a member of the Power Up Your Presence group, come on in and you'll get access to reach out to me and get one of those special invites too. So what happens? Why is it so hard to get visible? Why do we get stuck in our head wondering what to say? You feel called. Do you feel called? I work with people who feel called every day. I have felt called. This big thing that wants to come through me. And I've tried and tried and tried over years in many different ways to figure out how to say it so that people would get it. And it was a very long journey for me. That's how I know these messaging mistakes that we're going to talk about today, because I have made them and I have also discovered and learned what to do instead. And we're going to do a deep dive on that, a implementation, inspiration, immersion coming up at the end of the month in the What to Say to 100K and Beyond event. And I'm going to give you tell you how to join us for that as well. But it starts with knowing what these 3 mistakes are so that we can become aware. And it is not natural for those of us who are in the transformation. We're masters of our own transformation. We've been on this journey of transformation, and we want to talk about it because we see what's possible for others. And we want to make a thriving, prosperous living doing what we love, sharing that transformation. But how do we talk about it so that people get it is one of the biggest obstacles. That and the raw, kind of overwhelming, inexplicable fear around being seen and heard that so many of us have are the 2 main things that I see slow people down, stop us in our tracks sometimes, and even sometimes derail us altogether from actually having a thriving business sharing our message. So that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to jump right in. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. On the mistakes that people make. I'm going to give you some insight on what to do about them and share these 3 steps to transformation, as well as some other notes here. We'll see if I get through everything today. If you're here, please let me know. Say hi in the comments. Say click. If you have comments or questions or takeaways, typing those in the comments wherever you're watching is going to help other people find value. And I appreciate that, helping me get my message out in the world that you can do this and your message matters. This is our weekly Give Voice to Your Vision episode, and we're talking about these 3 easy to make messaging mistakes, especially for those of us who feel called and we're in the transformation business, transformation space. The first, we're going to go 3, 2, 1. The number 3 easy to make mistake is what I call scattershot visibility. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have this business. I'm going to reach and serve people. I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to be an inspiring speaker. I'm going to go for it. And so that means I need to be visible everywhere, right? I'm going to get visible on LinkedIn. I'm going to get visible on Facebook. I'm going to have a YouTube channel. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I got to write emails. I got to do blogs. I got to do a podcast. I got to do webinars. I got to build my funnel. I got to, right? So that is what I call scattershot visibility. And it actually dilutes our message, and it can even become a way that we avoid doing the very things that we need to do in order to have a real business. A real business means you really have a system for having all the clients you want coming to you steadily. You have enough revenue to be supported and do the work that you love. And the more revenue that you have, the more impact you can make, because the more people you can serve. And so start to see how your business can serve people, and it's not all just you. So when we're doing the scattershot visibility, which is highly compelling, we are bombarded. We're goldfish in a bowl with, a 3-second attention span. There's so many ways to get visible, to grow your business. And there's so many marketers telling us what we have to do to get it. And try this cool free thing that's going to be instant results, and try this cool free thing. So honor and bless your impulse to step in and do all the things to get visible and establish your message, your platform. However, when you're visible, trying to be visible everywhere, and it dilutes your presence. We want to be visible in a way that people will engage with us, and we want to be visible where our ideal clients are hanging out. And if we try and do that on a whole bunch of different platforms all at once without a cohesive strategy, then we get really busy, and we have to take a lot of actions, and we're on the treadmill, and our brain says, oh, you're doing so many great actions, but we're not actually getting the results that we want. And it can lead to burnout. It can certainly lead to frustration, and it leads to less effective results. So the number 3 easy to make mistake is that scattershot visibility, where we feel like we're being visible everywhere, but our visibility isn't actually leading to enrollment, and we don't have a focused approach on the platforms that we're using. One of the things that I recommend right away is that you pick your top 3 visibility methods. Somebody's calling me. That's so unusual. That you pick your strengths. You go with your strengths, and you pick the top 3 main platforms that you're going to focus on in today's world. I believe that requires email, even though that can feel like nobody's opening email and I get so many emails. We have some work to do around that. And we're going to have a special guest at the What to Say to 100K and Beyond event to teach us just about what's working in emails and how they can be an expression of your creativity and your own brilliance and get you clients. We need to be able to, we own our email list. Sending out some emails is a way to be very intimately connected to our audience. And we got to be on social, right? So where is the social platform that you find most easy to hang out? You know your clients are there. You have some fun doing it. Social media is supposed to be fun. Those are some ways to start to look at where you're going to focus your message initially. Yes, as you grow. Yes, as you have more team. Yes, as your message clarifies. Yes, as you're enrolling clients. It's great to be expanding and on more visibility platforms. I'm actually broadcasting on 3 different platforms today, because 7 years ago, when I decided to bring my business online, I was like, I'm going to be visible everywhere. And it took me time to actually get the traction that I needed in my business, the revenue and the clients. And I was being busy. I've lived this. I'm telling you, I've lived this mistake. That's how come I recognize it. If you spot it, you got it, right? So scattershot visibility. Are you trying to be visible everywhere, or feeling like you need to be visible everywhere, and it's keeping you so busy that you're not actually doing the things that will lead to client enrollment? So heads up on that. Is that you? If you relate, let me know in the comments that you do relate. And the first step solution to that is to focus. And then next step solution to that scattershot visibility problem is actually our number 2 easy to make mistake. And that's that your marketing, your messaging, your visibility, you're like, I'm getting visible, I'm out there, but your visibility isn't leading to an offer. So you can be visible everywhere. This happened to me. Your business must be great. You're doing so well. I see you everywhere. You're doing all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, but I wasn't enrolling clients. So focusing that as many clients as I wanted anyway, right? So focusing the visibility and the efforts, having a strategy. And again, this isn't about a template, a blueprint, or a formula or somebody else's strategy. You have to find your aligned, inspired. That means inspiration is something we receive. You have to find your own aligned, inspired strategy. But you want to know that your message is flowing, your marketing is leading people to that next natural step in a conversation, which is, do you want to know how I can help? Right? And then making those invitations. So, number three, going backwards, three, two, one. Number three is scattershot visibility. I'm visible everywhere, right? Number two, easy to make mistake, is that your marketing and your messaging doesn't lead to offers. It's really easy to think, I'm doing everything I can and keep ourselves super busy being visible, but maybe not leading people to actually working with us because we're avoiding the sales conversation. We don't want to be salesy and spammy. It feels vulnerable. We have to charge, and especially those of us in the transformation space kind of want to skirt around those things. So, no, I have, and we're going to do this at the event, a way for you to create your own framework, your own 30 to 45-day rhythm, so you can intentionally have these your marketing and your message lead to an enrollment conversation. So number three, scattershot visibility. I'm being visible everywhere. Number two, my visibility is not leading to enrollment conversations. And then the third easy to make mistake is not having the support you need. Now, let me be specific about what kind of support I'm talking about. One of the things that I see happen over and over again, and I my own story is I think not uncommon, but it was very courageous, and I'll tell you that in a second. One of the things I see again and again in transformation space is we think, I need to get enough clients in order to invest in my business. I need to, once I get a few more clients, or I have to build it all up on my own, and then I'm gonna be able to afford the support I need, and that can be around messaging, that can be around having a VA, that can be around investing in the technology you need. So I was taught early on, all you need to be a coach is a phone and a way to take money. And I was like, wait, what? That didn't feel real. And it's oversimplifying. But in a sense, if we're waiting for our business to make money before we invest in our business, we're taking the long road. The solopreneur is a myth, and it's exhausting and it's unnecessary. But a lot of us in the transformation space think, well, I need to generate more revenue so that I can have the support I need. And there has to be, it's a bit of a catch 22, right? There has to be some both ways. If you were going to open a brick and mortar business, say, I love to use the pizza shop, my kids love pizza, right? If you're going to order a pizza store, you don't think, well, I've got to sell some pizzas before I can make the pizzas, right? And it's easy because we're selling wisdom, expertise, and transformation, and we want to help so bad. It's easy for us to think, well, we want to make our business, our message, our ability to do the thing that we want to do, prove itself worthy to us. I can't invest more. I've already invested so much. And I can't invest more because I've got to start to get some results. And if you're not getting results yet, that's probably the time that you need to continue to have some kind of support. So, one of the things that happens when we're not getting results and we feel like we've invested in support is go back to number three and number two. We're being visible everywhere. We're hopping from methodology or program to program. I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to get my website in, and then I'll have clients. I'm going to get my blog going, and then I'll have clients, right? We keep switching seats and not actually seeing it all the way through. So scattershot visibility is one of the reasons why we may not be getting the results from our investments, but that's not a reason not to have the support that you need. So what I'm seeing today again and again is that we need support actually implementing, and you want to find a mentor, a community that's going to guide you through your own resistance. We all have it, toward those results to help you stay focused on how is my message and my visibility and my marketing. Am I being visible? Am I being visible consistently? Because that's the whole deal. And that gets you good at it, helps it be not such a big deal, helps your energetic presence come through, helps you own what I call the choreography of your message, and helps you to start to get results when you are uh, intentional, focused, and really consistent, almost insistent on leading and willing to have those conversations where people actually sign up to work with you, right? So we talked about the top 3 easy to make mistakes. Scattershot visibility. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do this one. And then we don't get the results and we go, it's not working, but really we're diffusing our message, right? Sometimes scattershot visibility also gets us talking about a bunch of different things, but those conversations, that ongoing messaging that's going out into the world isn't leading people to say, you know what, I want to know more about that. How can you help me? Right? So scattershot visibility and not leading people to offers and invitations. We kind of skirt around it. I like the analogy of you take a hot cast iron skillet and you drop some water in it and it sizzles away. That's how I feel like my focus sometimes goes when I'm trying to really up level and go to that next plateau or breakthrough for my own expression and my own business growth and my own transformation and the transformation that I'm helping my clients to have, right? So, number 3, scattershot visibility, being visible everywhere, not getting the results you want, feeling like you have to be everywhere and not having a way for it all to work together. Mistake number 2, easy to make, is not leading people to offers, not having your messaging and your marketing end up and being willing to jump into that conversation, knowing how to jump into that conversation. One of the things we talk about at the What to Say to 100K and Beyond event is inspired selling, so that so that it actually is more uncomfortable not to make the offer, because then you're leaving them hanging, right? And how you can have your messaging and your ongoing conversation be that natural and feel that automatic, and not having enough support. All right, whatever support you need, whether it's VA, whether it's technology structure, I think that in order to stay out, keep expanding, keep growing, we always want to find that community or that mentor or that collection of mentors and communities that's going to help us step into our next level of greatness. That's what I really do for you, for my clients, for my audiences. I want to say, how can you step into that next level of greatness? And the best analogy I've come across so far from my own experience is having a great director. So I have a background in performance and a theater degree and worked in lots of professional theaters and made my living as an actor for some years. And when you have a great director, the feeling that you get is, oh, yeah, I'm going to try that. That's a great idea. So look for your mentors and your guides that give you that, oh, yeah, that aha feeling. I learned that in the early 90s from Julia Cameron's Artist Way. She said, look for a champion, not a critic. We feel like we need people to tell us what we're not doing well enough or what's not good enough. And this is not about being mediocre and just like, not be showing up with your best. It's about having somebody who helps you step into that next level of greatness, who gives you that feeling of like, yeah, I can do this and it's going to happen. And then that's infused in all of your marketing and your messaging. And because remember that for all we're so worried about what to say, it is, as Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of my muses, tells me again and again in my ear, who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. So there is a combination, and especially right now, and especially in the transformation business, of you being able to step in, embody your message with all the vulnerability and the wiggles that come with it, all the courage you have in the moment, and share that message consistently and layer by layer, leading people toward hiring you. It's a high level pursuit. I believe our business is an extension of our spiritual growth. And that is what all the finding your voice, you hear the hue and cry rising up. There are so many people now looking to step into their own expression, their own greatness, to create a business, to create impact, to uplift the world, to create and live in the world that they want. And that's who I'm talking to. That's who I love to support and serve. That's who I am. And so scattershot visibility, being visible everywhere, not leading to offers consistently, not having a system and a rhythm that helps you lead people naturally to that next step in the conversation and have them say yes, and then not having the support that you need are the top 3 mistakes that are super easy to make. And so what do we do instead? We have inspiration and messaging. We can't see the forest for our trees. We get community mentoring and support on what am I putting out there and how is it leading. Ultimately, you really want to hone in and have your marketing and your messaging flow toward one thing so that all roads lead to Rome. And that's when you start to have a scalable, sustainable enrollment and business. We're going to touch on that too at the What to Say to 100K event. I promised to share the 3 steps to transformation with you in the invitation to come to this live training today. And so the 3 steps to transformation start with whether you're transforming your own personal spiritual goodness life, whether you're transforming your marketing and your messaging, whether you're transforming your business, whatever's transforming, the 3 steps to transformation remain the same. And they start with awareness. That's why I'm doing this training today. That's why I'm doing it for you. If you're here, if you're watching the replay, becoming aware. Are you doing this scattershot visibility? Or does it feel like you should be? Do you feel this internal pressure of like, I gotta be more visible, I gotta be more visible? And is there that layer of, I don't know what to say, I know I need to get out there, but I'm not. I'm gonna go live, but I didn't. I'm gonna do it, but I don't. Or is it taking hours and hours and hours to muster your courage and your clarity to do that? That's what we're gonna transform at the event. So building your awareness through these 3 easy to make mistakes. Is that happening to you? Does that happen to you? Scattershot visibility. I got to do it everywhere, trying to be aware. And it's kind of hit and miss. And you're just out there and then not, and then out there and then not, right? And days go by and it still happens to me sometimes too, having that rhythm and that strategy. And the more visibility I get, the more momentum I have, the more support I want to have too, to stay inspired, to stay uplifted, to stay encouraged. All right. So not leading to offers, that's very easy to be so busy building your business and feel like you're doing it all the time. But what is the offer and how are you leading people to it? Having support, a rhythm, your own aligned, inspired strategy, process that you can do again and again that leads to that result has to come from the inside out. That's why I teach inside out marketing. You can try other strategies, tactics, tools, rhythms. Those are great. Whatever works for you is great. Ultimately, you got to find your own way. So the awareness that we're building right now in this live is the first step to transformation. Are you doing that scattershot visibility? If so, let me know in the chat. If you have specific questions around that, let me know. I'm going to hop in and look and make sure everybody gets their questions answered. Are you consistently leading to an offer? Are you making offers consistently? And what is consistently for you? That's why I encourage people to set up a rhythm. And we're going to go through this whole thing at the event. We just went through it with our Fearless Facebook Live graduates yesterday. How do you have a rhythm so that you know you're leading to those offers consistently? Because it's easy to skirt around. All of a sudden you can be like, I've been visible. I'm working so hard. I'm working 12 hours a day. But have I made an offer in the last 60 days? How do I do that? All right. So having outside eyes, inspiration, and support to do that is super important to become aware. What we're doing now, awareness, first step to transformation. And awareness is also not making that mistake of not having enough support. When you have support, it's going to be easier to kind of catch yourself and become aware of the things that are standing in the way, slowing you down or stopping you. Yeah. So awareness is the first step to transformation. The second step, and this is an important one, and it used to trip me up. It's acceptance. Step 1, awareness. Step 2, acceptance. Now, that doesn't mean accepting failure and accepting limitations and accepting that you're never going to figure it out and you might as well just go, for me, it was get a job as a waitress, right? That is not what acceptance is. And that's what I used to think it was. I used to think that I had to accept mediocrity or accept not having what I want and that I had to let go of what I want, let go of my vision and my dreams. And that is not what acceptance is. What we have to accept is our resistance. We have to let go of our resistance to not having what we want, our struggle and our strive. We have to accept that our message is meant to be just because we want to share it. Your business already is just because you want to. And if you have calling, then we have to learn how to trust that. And that's crazy time, because we're supposed to just, check off the boxes and do the things that the world tells us to do and get the money, right? Or we feel like there's some list that we didn't get or instructions, or we're supposed to do it a certain way. So acceptance is accepting your intuition, accepting your inspiration, accepting and surrendering to your calling, and your message is going to be there because you feel it, because you want to. And that can feel like crazy town sometimes. Yeah. The third step to transformation is always awareness, acceptance, and action. So action gets tricky, right? Action can be, I'm kind of an action addict, right? So I want to add a word, inspired, right? We talked about inspiration as something you receive, inspired action. Now, living and running your business and your messaging and your marketing and your client enrollment and your impact, big vision, share your message, change the world transformation from awareness, acceptance, and inspired action is often daring. It's a little bit audacious because it feels so impractical or intangible. It's actually one of the most powerful things you can do. So, all right. Thank you for jumping in. If you have questions, I'm going to hop into our group and see if there's anything there. I'm about to share our special invitation for the folks who are in the Power Up Your Presence group. So if you find this training on YouTube or you're on the business page, you're invited to join the Power Up Your Presence group. This is my Facebook community. We get special invitations, and I'm there to answer trainings, and we do some challenges and fun things along the way to help you stay inspired and give voice to your vision. And I'm going to share an opportunity for you to join me and my high-level clients. We are opening up the What to Say to 100K and Beyond event in a couple of weeks at the end of the month. And I'm this is a $2,000 event, $1,997 usually. We have an early enrollment price available. But if you are in the Power Up Your Presence group, or you decide to join the Power Up Your Presence group, I'm going to extend my secret link for you to join this event on October 29, 30, 31 for $97. Because I really want you to find your words, claim your voice, embody your message, and do it in a way that actually gets you the results you want in your business. Because I know that your income and revenue are a manifestation of your calling. And a lot of times people think, I want to make an impact. But your income and your revenue is directly connected to the impact you can make. That's the only way to have a sustainable business and not be doing it all yourself all the time. And so that is why we connect heart-led, purpose-guided, inspired, download, channel your message, transformational message goodness to your bottom line. Otherwise, it's so easy to burn out and feel frustrated and have it, there's all kinds of stuff that goes on with our worthiness around that. And we're going to go deep in this event. We're going to be inspired. We're going to transform. And you're going to have implementation time and time to connect with others, to be witnessed. I call my process transformative witnessing. We can heal and expand when we're in a container of other people who are stepping into their own greatness too. So this is not your average messaging immersion. It is a deep dive. You will be uplifted. You will be inspired. You'll come out on the other side with a new embodiment, understanding, and the steps and tools and information and support that you need to get the results that you want in your business, to get extra 10x your value of every other investment that you've made, of time, of training, of income, investment money, right? All the energy that you've put into getting this message out there and getting the clients you want and growing this business is going to be up-leveled by simply jumping in and joining us for these 3 days. What we didn't get to touch on Today, I'm going to save for another live. We'll be doing another training next week. Our trainings are Thursdays at noon for the most part. Next week, special time because I'm going on retreat to fill the well before this event so I can deliver 1,000,000 volts. And so our live next week is going to be on Wednesday. So, to recap, top 3 mistakes that are so easy to make when it comes to sharing your message and growing your business. Scattershot visibility, being visible everywhere. It's exhausting and it doesn't work, doesn't get results. Not leading to offers and invitations, just being visible for visibility's sake, and not leading down that path to, hey, I want to know more. And how would you like to know how I can help? And yeah, here's the investment, right? And number 3, not having the support you need, people to tell you the truth, but also to see you in your greatness and help you articulate that and show up and let that cat out of the bag, your energetic, masterful, brilliant, shining light presence. Is so important, especially in today's world when everything's bombarding us and there's so much noise to break through. It is you, your presence, your magnetic energy that's going to actually touch the hearts and minds of the people that you are most aligned to work with and support. What we didn't cover: how do you stay in action with well, we kind of did. What do you do with these easy to make mistakes? We talked about it. You need to know what to say, how to say it, when to say it, who to say it, where to say it. And you need to feel confident enough about that. Confidence happens through implementation. Transformation happens through implementation. So we're going to come together in this crucible and we're going to implement and be witnessed and share together. And you're going to come out on the other side with a whole new level of courage and clarity and confidence. Yeah. Mentoring community, a container. We talked about the container that we're going to create in this event and that I'm really holding in these lives that I do with you, especially in the Power Up Your Presence group. This is a container where I'm inviting you to come and learn and grow and be supported, receive, and to give and contribute. Yeah. The other thing we're going to do at this event is that I'm going to share my visibility roadmap with you. And this begins with starting with the end in mind, being in alignment. So how do we find alignment with what we want to say, alignment with our audience, and how do we build that bridge in our messaging? That's my what to say system. And we're going to go step by step. Actually, when you sign up for this event, you're going to get my 21-day inbox jumpstart training, which is an overview of that whole system with little implementation exercises that you can do in a few minutes every day on the way up to the event, so that by the time we're together, you're inspired, you have all kinds of ideas. We can work together to give voice to those ideas in a way that's going to build your business and help you grow your revenue, which is going to help you grow your impact, right? And I'm going to save the rest. We want you to have this rinse and repeat system. So that's what we're going to do together at the end of the month. October 29, 30, 31. Short day on Halloween. So depending on where you are in the world. But these are all days we have so much good training coming for you. And it's an opportunity to be in that high vibe, juicy goodness container. So thanks for being here. Love to hear your comments and takeaways. You are always welcome to reach out to me in Messenger if you have questions for me personally that I can answer. Olga says, I will think about your event. I'm going to see. What's your question here so I can see it? How do you begin communication with a possible mentor? Wonderful question. I will share the link to the event for sure. I'll come back. I'm going to put that up in the Power Up Your Presence group. First, I'll pop a link here to that group. And if you're resonating with somebody who you see who is speaking, sometimes we have free communities, come be in the Power Up Your Presence group. And if you get a good vibe, or you feel like somebody is relatable, or you want to know more about working with them, just ask. Yeah, send them a private message. Hey, I'm interested about this, or can you help me do this? Do you help people do that? One of the best ways to get to know your mentors is to join, if they have a Facebook group, to participate in that group, to check out their live trainings. Most of us, and I encourage you to have free high vibe content that's actually valuable that your audience is looking for. That's why I'm talking about what to say, because I have people every day say, yeah, I should be, but I'm not because I don't know what to say. How do you do that? And so your mentors are showing up in your inbox, they're showing up on social media, and they want to hear from you. We have a team, or we'll actually answer you ourselves. Just say, I'd like to know more. And you're going to, and trust your intuition. The first time I signed up with a business mentor, an online business, my first business coach, was at an event, and it was a huge investment that I had no intention of making, but I had to like honor this deep calling connection. So use your intuition and your inspiration. Be ready, willing to invest in yourself, and ask for help. We in order to increase our business and our revenue and our prosperity, we have to be able to receive. And so that means asking for help and receiving it and investing in yourself. And if you have any more questions, you can private message me for sure on Facebook, and I'm happy to share some more ways for you to find that mentor. But it starts with, who do you resonate with? Listening and watching to their free content and their trainings, or their articles, or their blogs, or their, wherever you're visible, wherever you like to be hanging out and receiving. Connect with them there, and then never hesitate to reach out to the people who inspire you, who you feel curious about, and say, what are my options to have your support? I'm interested in working with you. Yeah, super great question. So what am I doing? First, I am going to say thank you for being here. I love to support you. And I'm going to come into our group, and I'm going to post. Okay, so here's the deal. If you've watched, we're 35 minutes in. I will type this in the comments below for those of you who are in the Power Up Your Presence group on Facebook. You are all invited to be there. That is my free community where I do trainings and provide support, community, and questions ongoing. And inside that group, through Monday, I'm going to post my secret link to attend the What to Say to 100K and Beyond event for $97. When you sign up for that event, you will get the 21-day inbox training. You will get access to my Inspired Offers mini course to help you hone in on what is it you want to create and offer to your audience. And you'll also get a couple of other bonuses and exciting things that you'll see when you sign up. So that's available to you in my community, in the Facebook community, Power Up Your Presence. And I'm going to post that right now. I'm going to hop back over on the YouTube channel, and I'll hop back on the business page, and I'm going to put the link up to Power Up Your Presence. You're also welcome to check out the event there as well, and just see what we're doing. This is an event that I first created for my high-level clients who will be in attendance, and they're all like, we get 3 days, yay. They're very excited about it because I love to download messaging. They know the value of being together in community and sharing and growing together. So it's off the charts. I would love for you to come with us. So that's what I've got for you today. I'm going to post the Power Up Your Presence group link on the YouTube channel and on the business page on Facebook if you're watching us there. For those of you who are already in the community, you're welcome to invite friends and to take advantage of this link. I'm going to leave it posted in the comments under this video through Monday. Our event's coming up right at the end of the month. I'm going on retreat next week. That's why we'll be on a new time on Wednesday to fill my own well so I can deliver 1,000,000 volts, as I said before. I am inspired by you. I love to hold space and a container for you to expand and grow. It helps me to expand and grow because that never stops. We don't arrive, we never get it done. And your message matters simply because you feel called to share it. And you are worthy because you exist. And owning and embodying your message and your value and expressing your worth is part of your journey of expansion. And as you do that, all the clients who come in contact with you, all the people who decide to invest and work with you, the people standing in line next to you in the grocery store are uplifted. And that's what I'm standing in with you and for you. And I would love for you to join us. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.